Peace, love, and positive vibes to you and yours. I'm going to do a reading today, 3 different readings. You can pick a stone or pile, however you choose to associate the pile. Whatever stands out to you, whatever resonates with you or speaks to you, that is the pile that you should choose. It may also be the sound of the bowl, so I'm going to play a bowl for each pile as well. That's pile number 1, the hematite with this bowl. Pile number 2, orange calcite. Pile number 3, Caribbean Calcite. Pile number 1, Hematite. So your first card is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands embodies passionate, raw potential. Great ideas exist, but haven't come to fruition because of inexperience or fear. Your next card is the Three of Wands. It's upside down. The 3 is a sign of progress. The plan is in place and is starting to be implemented. Okay, so the Page embodies passionate, raw potential. And great ideas exist but haven't come to fruition because of inexperience or fear. But because your plan could be in progress and could be implemented, but you've got to get rid of the fear. You have an idea, you have something, whatever it is, you have an idea. You have an idea. But that idea can't come to life yet because you have a fear that's holding you back. As soon as you let go of that fear, though, this 3 right here is telling us that your progress and it's a sign of progress. So you will progress quickly because you let go of that fear. But you have to let go of that fear, whatever it is. Only you know what that is. So figure it out. Figure out what it is that's stopping you. What's stopping you? What is it that you've had an idea on? What have you been thinking about? It's going to be something that comes to you often, because the thing about the heart is that it speaks consistently. So you will always keep getting a sign about something, and it's going to be the same thing. That's your idea. But what's stopping you? Is it the fear of succeeding in something? What you have to, only you know the answer to that. You have to ask yourself those questions and find out what it is that's stopping you, and conquer that, release that fear. Because first of all, you're always guided. You're always guided. You're always protected. And you are always provided for. So there is nothing to fear. Life is about change and about living, about experiencing. And when you're given ideas, you're supposed to implement them. Those are dreams, and dreams are given to you for a reason, because you are the person that can make that happen. So don't fear anything. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, the Two of Cups. The two is a symbol of love or partnership between two people. The relationship is based on mutual feelings. The Five is indicative of conflict or disagreement with others. It resembles the fallout from winning a battle. So I'm feeling like you have a partnership of some kind. And it could be a romantic, intimate partnership. It may not be. Because the two says it's a symbol of love or partnership. And while partnership could mean an intimate or romantic partner, it could also mean a business partnership. And it sounds like there's a disagreement and a conflict between the two of you. But the one thing that you have to remember is that you are on the same side. Like, you have the same goals, you're on the same team. And maybe that's what your idea is. Maybe you need to share more of your ideas with your partner. That might be part of what's creating this conflict, is because you have a tendency to hold back when it would be beneficial if you share and speak up, because your ideas are important and your ideas matter. Like, and your partner does actually want to hear about your ideas. And that's literally, I feel like, where this conflict and disagreement is coming from. It's a misunderstanding. And it doesn't have to be that way. And if you figure out that misunderstanding between the two of you by sharing your feelings, sharing your ideas, sharing your thoughts with them, you can turn this around and you can progress. Whatever's holding you back, whether it's an intimate relationship, whether it's a business relationship, maybe it's even an intimate relationship where you're doing business with one another. Only you know what this is calling to in your life. But yeah, figure out why you're so afraid to speak with your partner. Let that go. Let that fear go. Your voice is important and they do want to hear it. So share your ideas with them and progress, move forward, be successful. All right. Yeah, like seriously, look at this. Look at this card. If you see these You guys are like, they feel like defeated. Like, yeah, definitely talk with your partners. Get back to the joyous, like, sharing with one another, and remember that you're on the same team. That's what I keep feeling like. Remember that you're on the same team. Remember that you have the same goal. Remember that you're one. Like, it's a partnership. Okay. I love these oracle cards, and I'm super excited to read these oracle cards with you guys. Alabasisepo. This one's upside down, so it's in reverse. Okay, so I love these cards. They're really awesome. They sometimes tell you stones that you should use and everything, so these are really fun. So, okay. Alabesisepo means union, and as a traditional card of the lovers, we see harmony and love represented in the two bodies. As the two bodies. We see harmony and love represented as the two bodies dance in front of a stage with a winged band. Both aspects of the lovers' dances uninhibited as the ground around them sprouts two cannabis plants, one female and one male. Only the female produces the fruit, but the union is the foundation. This card appears to you when the balance of a union needs to be balanced. What did we just say? This could be a union within yourself or a union with another spirit. You see this represented in the man's face as he smiles towards his partner. He has transferred the love of sharing trust from his parents to his lover. This card reassures you that you have outgrown these previous bonds that may not be rooted in foundation, and that you can move forward with true love in your heart. Alabesisepo has come forward to teach oneness in relationships. Not all relationships are romantic, and this card reminds you to look at your friendships and extended family too. If this card comes forward, you may need to ask yourself, who showed me what the structure of relationships can look like? Do I compromise my morals, authenticity, or happiness for others? Ooh, see? What did we just say? Literally. And I didn't even think about it being a family member, but that's a really good point. It could be a family member. It could be a friendship. It could be, it says extended family. Okay, so seriously, you have a relationship right now that you need to just, it's time. It's time to mend that relationship. It's time. It's time to just speak about how you feel. It says right here, this card reassures that you have outgrown this previous bonds that may not be rooted in foundation, and you can move forward with true love in your heart. Like, so, yeah, whatever has been being done in the past isn't working for y'all anymore. It's time to change how you go about things. It's time for you to change how you guys communicate with one another. Something has to change. There's a change that needs to be made between the two of you. And when you make that change and you release that fear and you come to them with your ideas and you share your ideas, this is your partner. You guys are on the same team. That's something that keeps coming to me, is that this is your teammate. Like, you're on the same team. So share with your partner so that you guys can move forward with success. You will succeed. Like there, whatever it is, the floodgates will just be open. Like the barrier, once it gets dropped, it will transform your life after that. Okay, Santa Muerte. African peoples who were enslaved re-Christianed their deities into Catholic saints to maintain their religious practices. Santa Muerte is surrounded by cigars, tequila, and chocolate. This card is the altar card. This card is the altar card, and when it appears, it's time to create an altar for yourself. On the altar before her lies cannabis, tobacco, many colorful flowers, candles, and fruit. Smoke is blown over it as a practice of purification, and this is shown in the smoky haze that surrounds it. Bread, water, and incense are seen in abundance at her sides, as these things are considered essential offerings. The red, white, and gold candles aligned in the card represent candle magic, symbolizing the importance of ritual. Remind yourself that death is not always a true death. You can say goodbye to an old version or program, and this is where Santa Muerte can help, especially potent when in combination with Gogoro, which is your next card. Wow. Your next card is Gogoro. So it's saying that this card is especially potent with Gogoro, and here's Gogoro right here next. Wow. Seriously. So it's time to let something die. It is old version of yourself. It's old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking. It might be your perspective. Maybe it's time to change your perspective on things. It might be time for a change in that aspect. Okay, Gogoro is here. Sudden changes occur in our everyday life and result in our awakening to another level of self. Gogoro brings the change you feared in a tan. Gogoro reminds us that handling problems from a grounded perspective will always yield better results than charging in a reckless manner, which could have dire consequences. Obelisks are placed on key lines to harness the energy like lightning rods. Harness that energy when Gogoro appears, and remember that change is the only constant. The universe will send you a wake-up call if you are not fulfilling what your higher self came to do. We can get lost in the material and become stuck, and then life gives us an experience for freedom. When Gogoro arrives, it's time to relinquish the old habits, thoughts, and programs that keep you a prisoner in your ivory tower. View something from a different perspective and allow for the full transmutation. If Gogoro appears in a spread for you, it's time to consider the following. Am I ready to have my plans turned upside down without a warning? Wow. Sudden changes occur in everyday life and result in awakening to another level of self. See, it's time. You have become a different person. You've done so much work and have done so much to change things about yourself that you were not content with. Like, you've come so far. It's time to let go of something. There's something that you have to let go of. It doesn't belong with you anymore. It's weighing you down like this heavy hematite. Like, that's literally why hematite was your stone, because hematite is heavy. And didn't this just say something about being grounded? Gogoro reminds us that handling problems from a grounded perspective will always yield better results than charging in a reckless manner. So see, look, you are a different person than you used to be. You handle things differently now. So now it's time for that to shine. Like, there's something that you're still holding on to that's weighing you down, though, and it's been holding you back. And here's the thing is that you have come so far and you have changed so much and you are such a higher version of yourself now. It's time for you to let go of whatever this is. It may be a way you think. It may be a way you speak to people. It might be a way you speak to yourself. It might be how you're perceiving things. Maybe you're taking things personal that you shouldn't be taking personal because they're not about you. 99.999% of the time, when people speak to us or talk to us or treat us certain ways, whatever, like it's not about us, it's about them. So don't ever take that personal. But you have like done so much work, and Source is so proud of you and wants you to know that you are always guided and you are always loved and you are always protected, and that whatever it is that you have to hold on to, you can let go of that. You can let go of that way of being. You can let go of that perspective. You can let go of whatever it is. You can let go of it. It's time to let go of that. Relinquish that. Give it back to the earth to be transmuted into light and love. Whatever it is, just get rid of it. And talk to your partner. Share your ideas. It's time for you to be successful. And as soon as you let go of that, as soon as you take back your power from that thing and you let go of that way of being, you will see doors open. Your relationships will change, not only with this specific person, but with everybody in your life, with strangers, with everyone around you. Your life will change. It will change everything. It's a catalyst for change. Whatever this is, when you get rid of it, it changes your life. You will see change very quickly when you let go of that. You're worthy. You deserve this. You deserve this. You deserve to release this power, because it's had a power over you, and it's time for you to let it go. It doesn't belong here anymore. It doesn't deserve to be here anymore, and you deserve better, and you are different. You are a changed person. You are a higher version of yourself. You have healed and grown from that person who used to need to use that. You don't need to use it anymore. It doesn't fit with you anymore. Let it go. And be proud of all the change that you have made and the progress that you have made. And once you let this go and you look back, you're going to be like, holy crap, that's insane. Because it's just going to be like a weight was lifted off of you, and it will become like feather. This heavy hematite won't be so heavy anymore. So let that go. Peace. This is pile number 2 with the orange calcite. So citrusy and pretty bright. see what we have, shall we? All right, first we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is hanging upside down from a live tree, gaining a different perspective of the world. He is not suffering, but is rather calm and observant. The Hanged Man indicates the need to pause, look around, and be willing to surrender to new ideas. Okay. Four of Swords. The four resembles a moment of rest and contemplation after the chaos of the three. It encourages solitary reflection. Okay, and what did the Hangman just tell us? The same thing. It is time to be observant. Look, the Hangman is calm and observant. He's gaining a different perspective of the world. The Four of Swords is telling us the same thing. It's time to rest and contemplate, reflect. He is chill. You need to chill. It's time to relax. Chill out, man. Chill. There's something that you need to contemplate. There's something that you need to think about, though. There's something that's like something that there's a perspective that needs to be changed. And you need to be chill and calm about it. You must be not being chill and calm about it right now. So chill out. Take a different look at it. Process it and come back. When you're not emotional about it and when you're not upset about it. Process it and come back to it. The Four of Cups. The Four is a sign of introspection and reevaluation. Okay, clearly we're being reiterated. It often accompanies someone who is unmotivated or apathetic and in need of adjustment. Look. Yo, you're literally being told it's time for you to readjust, change your perspective, get aligned, get realigned in a different way. This other way is not it. You need to step back from the situation for a moment and give it a different look. What's so crazy to me too, it's so funny because both of these cards are in reverse and the Hanged Man is upside down, like because the Hanged Man is upside down. So yeah, it's funny that they're upside down as well. Literally hollering at you right now. You're being told it's time to change a perspective. It's time to take a different look at something. It's time to look at it from another angle. It's time to maybe take someone else's perspective into consideration. Maybe you're being like selfish in this instance as far as like thinking that your way is the only way or not like giving it an open mind. Give it an open mind. Change your perspective. See it from a side that you've never seen it from before. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear right there. If that isn't, you know what's so funny too is when I pulled these cards, I actually like pulled this card, right? And I was like, is that all? Like, I literally, no other cards were like coming through. And I was like, really? That's like all you have to say? And what's funny is it's like, okay, fine. So you want to hear it again? Boom. Let me repeat it for you. You got the same card 3 times. You repeated the same message 3 times. This is something significant. And you know what it is that we're talking about because you're thinking about it right now. Yes, this is your confirmation. That is it. That's the thing. Change your perspective on that thing. Look at it from a different angle. Come back. Sleep on it. Write down the pros and cons. I'm not sure what you need to do, but it's time for you to readjust your perspective. All right. Unconditional love. If this card has come up for you, it is time to find unconditional love. In this card, we see a heart with 33 petals. The outer petals blend inward from green to pink, purple, and white in the middle. Elements of gold and pink glisten out into every corner of the card. Small rolled up scrolls float around the heart to represent the soul contracts each person makes within their journey. The contracts exist between partners, friends, and most importantly, family. But these contracts are not bonds that last forever. In fact, they are lessons that teach us to be our most authentic selves. As we have integrated the lessons of the card of truth, the highest selves of everyone are truly patting each other on the back and showing each other unconditional love. Work with Ruby, and your new thought pattern is unconditional love is my life force and flows through me, creating a passion for life. So I'm seeing you're being asked to, first of all, be your authentic self, speak your truth, and like find love for the people around you, find love for things unconditionally, accept things as they are, people as they are, because that is, it just is. You see what I'm saying? What is just is, and you can't change anything. You can't change people. You can't change your car from being a car. Like, you can't tell your car to be a horse. It's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, some things just really, you have to accept them for what and who they are and find a way to love unconditionally in that space. And also remember that unconditional love doesn't mean that you put up with unconditional bullshit either. Like, for the record, like, you can unconditionally love someone from a distance. So like, just because you love someone unconditionally, it doesn't mean that you allow them to just run over you and do whatever. Like, you're still allowed to keep boundaries in conditional love. That's loving yourself as well. Like, telling someone that you don't accept a way of being spoken to is not mean that you're loving that person with a condition. It just means that you're also showing love for yourself, which is mad important. So know that you can love someone unconditionally, like, from a distance. You don't have to have someone fully involved directly in your life and show them love. Like, it can be simultaneously that they are far away from you, but you still have love for them. You still love them. Like, yeah, just because you love someone doesn't mean that that person has to be in your life. All right. Balance. Here's the reverse. This card bursts and brings the message to find equilibrium. You can be sure that instant karma will be showing up for you no matter where you are on the spiritual path. Above the rocks, you see a bright star illuminated. Sirius streams light codes down into the middle of the rocks and reminds us of the gentle balance in the forces that drive us. There is a fine line between chaos and balance. Just as your thoughts can build up, they can take you into a momentum that is out of balance, causing unease, stress, and multitudes of other negative things. This card emerges when you are hearing the call for balance. Maybe you need more sleep, more work, or more alone time. Whatever balance is needed, if you look inside yourself, you will find it within your spirit. Work with Unikite. And your new thought pattern is my emotions are balanced and I react with love. Going back to the unconditional love thing. Maybe that's why you're finding this unconditional love, is because somewhere you're not putting love into the equation. Somewhere you're not putting love into the equation. So your balance is off and you need to realign, get your equilibrium back in balance. Show love. Yep. And I'm digging that. That's crazy. This is falling all into place here, right? It's time to change your perspective on things and the way you do things and find balance in that. You will find balance in that. Because that's the thing. That's why you're off balance. That's why it's unbalanced right now, is because you're not doing whatever it is that needs the change. That go in, introspect, go inside, think, figure out in yourself what it is that needs an adjustment, and you will find your balance. You will find your balance in that. Absolutely, you will find your balance in that. That's beautiful. All right, here's Hasabi. You have her in reverse. In the Hasabi card, a graceful woman stands with a lion arching over her head. Above her sits an infinity symbol, while the giant head of the lion takes up the upper portion of the card. It could easily swallow her, but instead it is in awe of her gentleness. Hasabi reminds us that having courage doesn't mean you don't feel fear. It means you have confidence in your innate abilities. The lion doesn't second guess its animal instincts. So this card emerges to remind you of your inner strength. Balance must be maintained on both ends, between not harming the lion or being swallowed by it. But if someone or something has upset you, take a slow walk through the Pride Land and hunt down what is inside of you instead of attacking other prey. It takes strength to be compassionate. If Hasabi has graced you with her presence, you are being asked to relax. Stop moving forward with a momentum that continues to bring complaints and instead move forward with one that brings solutions. Only you can give yourself forgiveness when it comes to someone who may have let their animal side out. Ask yourself, can I let my tears be healers of my timeline? Do I feel intimidated around others as if I don't have the same lion spirit? Do I believe I am more than just the label I place on myself? Wow. Wow. And here it's asking you to go inside again. Instead of attacking other people, or instead of attacking other people's ideas, or instead of attacking outside sources, of any kind, it's time to go inside yourself, because the outside people can't do this for you. They can't. This is something that you have to do. You have to do this within yourself. Nobody can do this for you. And even their like ideas may not work for you. You might have to just figure this one out on your own. That's why this is an introspective. This one is too super introspective. You're being asked to go inside of yourselves. Don't ask anyone else, because their path is not yours. And for whatever reason, it's like you've been seeking help from other people and outside sources from other than yourself, and that hasn't been working for you. It's not gonna work for you. This isn't one of those things. This isn't someone else's advice. You have to figure this one out on your own. This one you have to go inside self and ask self and talk to self. Maybe you need to meditate on this one. All right, Spirit. It's the last one. And it's in reverse. Okay. So, act. A simple spliff rises out of the cloud in a hand with the message to take action. The spliff resembles the beginning of a project and appears as a living object with the beautiful leaves of the sacred tobacco plant. Cannabis leaves sprouting out around it. Beyond the plants in your head, the spliff shows up when the ethereal needs you. Beyond the plans in your head, the spliff shows up when the ethereal needs to become physical. Spliff people thrive on challenges, just like Aries of the zodiac, and they will pursue every quest with enthusiasm. The crystal castle in the background shows that this is a time for doing and no longer for thinking. The smoke clouds clear, signifying strength, great sensual power, and psychic energy. This card could indicate upcoming travel and fewer restrictions in your everyday life. Spliff types are known to bring enthusiasm to every situation, even mundane daily tasks, and thrive on challenges. Your plant spirit is lettuce. So, yeah, take action, and action needs to be taken. And yeah, it's time for you to take action and make things that you have been contemplating over happen. Those things can happen for you. But it's time for you to do this work here. Change this perspective. Do the introspective work. Figure out what it is. Find a new way. Go about it differently. But it's time to do it now. It's time for you to take action on this stuff. It's time for you to take action. Stop asking other people. Stop going outside of yourself. Stop going to any other source other than looking within yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust that you know which way to go. Trust that you know what path to take on this. Because you do. You know what it is. And once you change that and you let that go, you change that perspective and you flip it and you trust in yourself and you show that unconditional love to yourself and to others, like opening up your heart is a huge vibe. Source is saying you're guided. And that you can't go wrong. You can't ever go wrong with whatever it is. You can't ever go wrong. You're guided. That's it. Thank you. Peace. Caribbean Calcite. Pile number 3. Peace. The Empress. The Empress represents beauty, nurturing, and abundance. She is calm and content with her life. The Empress indicates the need to relax and allow things to happen naturally. The Empress encourages connecting with one's more feminine traits and create beauty. Artistic expression and connecting with nature are representative of the card. Okay. King of Wands. All right. The King of Wands. The King symbolizes long-term success as a leader. He has the same passion as the other cards, but the maturity to thrive. I feel like there's something that you need to just like relax on and let it happen more naturally. You will be successful in it. The King is saying that you're going to be successful in it. You're going to be a long-term success. It's just long-term success. And the Empress is telling us that like it comes to you naturally. Just relax. It will just happen for you naturally. You don't have to like force anything, push anything. It will be natural and you will be successful at it. Okay, Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Okay. The Page of Swords. He says the Page of Swords resembles someone who is full of energy and ideas, eager to share. It suggests a new form of communication. Mm-hmm. So there's an idea that you have, and it's time for you to share this idea. You're obviously excited about this thing. You're full of energy. Someone who's full of energy. You're excited about the idea. It's something that you have a passion for, love for. And the Empress is here to tell you, like, just relax. Don't force things. Things are going to happen naturally. You will be abundant in it. You can be calm and content. Like, you can relax. You don't have to, like, worry. And the King is telling that you're going to be successful. You're going to be long-term successful in it. Mm-hmm. And look at the confidence in the Page of Knights. I'm sorry, the Page of Swords. He is confident. He's standing strong and tall, holding his sword up high. So be confident in your idea. Be confident in it. Next is death. Not to be concerned. Death is not a concerning. Death is a positive card. The death card shows a skeleton clad in black armor atop a white horse. 3 people beg to be spared by death, but death is inevitable. Death in this instance should not be literally taken as the end of life. It signifies the end of a cycle and beginning of a new one. It indicates transformation of an individual to a new state of being. Beautiful. That's beautiful. So it's like the 3 people who are begging to be spared by death, to me, is like resisting change. It's resisting change. So don't resist the change. Allow it to happen, and allow it to happen naturally. Go with the flow more. And that's not to say not to use your voice or to be confident in yourself, because remember to be confident in yourself and share your ideas. So you do want to use your voice. You want to be confident in yourself. You want to share your ideas. But it's more of a fact of you don't have to try to force the outcome, because it's going to happen. So applying force is really just stressing yourself out for no reason. Like, look at her. Does she look stressed? No, hell no. She's chilling. Because things happen for her naturally, and she's telling you that that's the same for you. But you got to let go of, like, your old ways of doing things, your old cycles, your old ways of thinking, your old mindsets. You have to let go of that stuff and let that part of you die, let that version, so that the new one can shine through. And you can be successful in what you're doing or what you're wanting to achieve. You have an idea, and it could be anything. You know what it is. You're thinking about it right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Just be confident in that. Know that you know, and that you are always guided and protected. You are always provided for. Okay. The King of Swords. Like the King of Swords. So the king is an intellectual authority, stern and logical. He offers counsel based on superior knowledge and experience. So whenever I see the king in a spread, I always think of it as like he is saying that whatever is said here is true, and you can take it as church. Like, this is church. This is real. He's a ruler, and he rules by stern authority. Stern and logical. His intellectual authority is stern and logical. An intellectual authority, stern and logical. Like, you can't even, like, he's not playing, is what he's saying right there. He's not to be played with. He does not allow people to play with him. There is no, like, whatever here is, there's no bullshit. This is real. This is something that you can take to the bank. And his counsel is based on superior knowledge and experience. Like, so he's coming to you with knowledge, like, from experience. He knows what he's talking about. And he is the king. Like, he rules. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's just like the authority. So I feel like anytime you see him, you can know that what's being said here has the seal of approval. Like, this is real. Take it for truth. It's church. Church. All right. So next is the Ace of Cups, and you have it in reverse. The Ace is a sign of a fresh start, typically a new relationship. It is a good time to open the heart and accept what someone else has to offer. This relationship could be a relationship of any kind. As you see, you have something going on. I don't know what your idea is. Only you know what your idea is. Your idea could be anything. It could be a business idea. It could be an idea of a project you want to start at home and you need to talk to your partner about it. It could be a multitude of things, and only you know for your own life what idea it is that you have been thinking about. Like, only you know what you have to let go of. Only you know this relationship. It could be a relationship with yourself. You may be starting to finally truly have a relationship with self, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So whatever this fresh start is, when you let go of these old habits and these old ways and these old things, old ways of thinking, old ways of communicating, and you allow this fresh start to begin naturally and flow into your life naturally, you will be successful. You're going to see great success from just releasing this. It's like a catalyst for your life changing for the better in so many ways. And it's not going to just change this relationship. It's going to change all your relationships in your life moving forward. Because how you start to view relationships in a different way because of this. Like, because you're finally just going to open up your heart and say, like, enough is enough. I have to make this change. It may be, honestly, like, it could be anything. I feel like for some of you, this is for yourself. It's a self relationship. It's time for you to open your heart up to yourself. I feel like some of you also have a business relationship that you have with someone. They may be somebody you know, and that might be why it's such a thing that you're trying to, like, control and force. But you don't have to do that. Everybody has their own position and place, and allowing them to play that part is critical, and it will take a lot of the stress off of you and allow you to just live this, like, luxurious empress style life where you can just be chill and relaxed and content and allow the things in the universe to conspire for you and just happen for you. Find out what that is. What are you doing that's not working for you anymore? It's a way of living. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of communicating. It's something that you have been doing, but it's not working for you anymore. It's time to let it go. Creation solo is your oracle card. And solo magic, it says, I flow through life on the waves of nurturing waters. I ride in peace with myself and the love surrounding me. Creation energy is the energy of self-love and pleasure. The figure in the card raises her hands while water flows upward, all around them and into the sky. This card shows itself when you need to give yourself some tender, loving care. Maybe that looks like a spa day, a massage, retail therapy, or simply staying in bed doing what you want. This card asks you to take time for yourself away from busy work, family, friends, and loved ones who expect you to be available. It is okay to reschedule that meeting or cancel that lunch for your reality. Be mindful and resist the temptation to fall into creation energy alone as part of a routine. We all live on this living being together. Crystal pairing is Soda Light, so you need one of these bad boys. Get you a Soda Light. Okay, so this is making sense about the people whose relationship is with self. Maybe you haven't done any of these things for yourself before, and this card is urging you to begin that relationship with yourself. So for those of you who have not yet started to go inside introspectively and to look at self and to heal and love self, this is a very good moment in time. This is perfect. There's no better time than now to begin that journey of finding out who you are and what makes you tick. What do you love? What are your passions? What are your dreams and goals in life? Who are you? What don't you like? What don't you want? What do you want? What do you want to do with yourself? Who are you? Who are you? It's time to find that out. So if you haven't begun that journey, now is the time. And for those of you who I was talking about, that it may be a work situation or like a family situation or friendships situation, partnership where you're trying to do some kind of building, or you're trying to create a business, or you have something that you're already in the middle of and you have a new idea that you'd like to bring forward into your already established business, like, this is great. Do that. Bring that idea forward. And this is telling you, though, to take a moment and step back for yourself. Remember the relax? This is telling you, reiterating that. Take this moment and step back for yourself and come back rejuvenated and feeling alive, like a new you. And this is an opportunity to go inside and like change that thing, that perspective, whatever it is, that way of communicating, finding a new way of communicating, whatever it is that you need to do, shutting down right now and taking some solo time away from everything and just getting back in tune with self, maybe making a plan for what it is that you want to do. And then you can come back in a relaxed, go with the flow state, in a new mindset, in a new way of communicating, and a new perspective. Share that idea. But take this time right now to get ready for that. That way you'll have that confidence. You'll feel confident in it. You'll have your plan laid out. I know this is saying to like take time for yourself and don't do anything. I say do both. If this is a business time, this is a great time for you to just get like all your ducks in a row. Take some time for yourself. Yes, do the spa day. Yes, take a day in bed and chill. Yes, go out and just eat at your favorite restaurant. Get a spa day. Get your nails done, your toes done. Men, you can get pedicures, manicures. Those are perfectly acceptable. I don't see why not. Massages, do something for yourself. Buy yourself an outfit. I don't know. If just do something for yourself, and then after you've rejuvenated yourself, I would say with the business people to continue to stay in a solitude mode for a moment and then put your plan together after you've rejuvenated yourself, because then you can come at that plan and idea with a relaxed state, in a flow state. So still take that time. I wasn't trying to say don't, but what I'm saying is extend it a little bit and continue into a solo state where you're able to get your plan together so that you can come to your business partner, whomever, the person that you need to communicate with, and be prepared and feeling confident and feeling content and feeling in the flow, because it's time to relax. She even said it's time to relax. It's time to relax. It's time to get rid of some things. Get rid of things and ways of living. Shed some things. Yeah. You'll be successful. You'll do great. You'll be amazing. You are amazing. Just be confident in yourself and know that you got this, and you are always guided. You are always protected. You are always provided for. Source got your back. Always. And your front, and your top, and your side, and your around, and everywhere. Oh, man. Yeah, you got this. All right. Thank you guys so much. Peace.